FM.
I could sing a good serenade. Oh, it's Christmas.
It's the launch of Legacy's 2023 presentation, a TikTok affair. On Saturday, October 1st at Ibiza Lounge. Come TikTok yourself with Youngster, Mystical, Caution Sound, DJ Tari and Parky, Music Jazz, Nigel Snipes, and much more. Win an all-inclusive Legacy Carnival package and other door prizes. Tickets at Legacy Mass Camp, Brooklyn Bar, and Legacy Committee members. Call 622-7466 or 362-5959 for info. TikTok, it's trending. TikTok. At Legacy Band Launch, Saturday, October 1st, Ibiza Lounge. Courtesy, Blue Waters, Coca-Cola, Wiggins Light Effects, Forest Park Punch and Rum. And powered by Rockstone Tonic Wine.
Ever wanted to do your banking without going to the bank? Well, First Citizens makes it easy. Getting salary alerts with mobile alerts is as easy as reading a text. Paying bills with telebanking is as easy as making a phone call. Transferring funds with the mobile app is as easy as posting a selfie. And paying credit cards via online banking is as easy as streaming a movie.
First Citizens Easy Banking makes your everyday banking so much easier. Visit firstcitizensgroup.com for more information. First Citizens, we put you first.
91.9 Bago Bashment presents on board the Embassy Tobago Carnival Boat Ride Week.
Tobago Carnival Boat Ride Weekend.
Boarding at the Pigeon Point Jetty. Kicking things off from the 24th to the 30th of October. Walk with your food and coolers. Come experience October 24th. Pan on the boat. October 25th. ISO on the boat. October 26th. Chutney on the boat. Tickets are $200. Available at islandetickets.com or 91.9 FM Tobago. The party continues October 27th. Water on the boat. October 28th. Power Soca. October 29th. Groovy on the boat.
October 30th.
Juve on the boat. Tickets are $200. Available at islandetickets.com or 91.9 FM Tobago. For tickets, call 814723-363-4030 or 368-1932 or check us out on Facebook at Embassy Cruises for bookings or email at embassycruises@gmail.com. Tobago Carnival Ride Weekend.
Tobago Carnival Ride
Good, that boat ride looking like it real bad.
Are you ready for that boat experience again? The Sea Champion and the Embassy say book with us for that unforgettable boat ride experience. Sea Champion leaving from King's Wharf, San Fernando, and the Embassy leaving from Breakfast Shed, Port of Spain, or Westside Trinidad. For more information, call 399-5959, 281-4723, or email us at coralvisiontT@gmail.com. Book now and reserve your cruise.
Hey, that boat ride look like it was wet.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Broadcasting from Trinidad to the world. The Street 919FM.com. News from the Street 919FM.com. Here's what's happening.
Good afternoon. I am Vanessa Thomas with the 12 o'clock news on the Street 919 FM and online Facebook and YouTube on Iowa TV. In the headlines, unions vow to bring protest action like a thief in the night. New water rates expected next year. One economist warns of more hardship in TNT. And internationally, energy bills to rise by 27% in the UK next month. And now the news in detail. Head of the National Trade Union Center, Michael Anisette, vows to bring protest action like a thief in the night. Unions continue to reject government's 4% salary increase offer, even though government has made it clear it's all they can afford at this time. Representatives from several unions gathered yesterday at the Banking, Insurance and General Workers Union office in Barrett area as they stood together in rejection of the government's offer. Leader of the Joint Trade Union Movement, Ansel Roger, believes we no longer live in a democracy. Instead, we are under the feet of a crushing government. In other news, water rates are expected to increase by next year. The Regulated Industries Commission will make a final determination on reviewing water rates by November 23rd. The RIC will prepare its draft determination for the Water and Sewage Authority's price review upon receipt of a final business plan from WASA in the first quarter of fiscal 2023. Public consultation on the draft will then commence. The Minister of Public Utilities, Marvin Gonzalez, has made it clear that where electricity rates are concerned, this was determined by the RIC. He said TNTech purchases gas from the National Gas Company below market prices at around $1.60 per MMBTU. Gonzalez explained that the price of gas on the market is somewhere in the region of $8, and it simply means that NGC is selling gas to TNTech at a huge loss to the NGC, to the benefit of the people of TNT. The minister noted that this is costing government about $700 million to buffer the impact of rising gas prices on the price of electricity. He said this is a very, very serious matter because if TNTech were to pay NGC the $8 and that price has to be passed on to the consumers, you're talking about the potential for electricity rates to be doubled or tripled. And this is a very, very serious matter because it can impact ordinary people in a significant way. 13,000 customers are already benefiting from water and electricity bill subsidies. In more news, economist Dr. Marlene Atz is predicting more hardship for the people of TNT following the reading of Monday's national financial budget. With the price of gas increasing by $1 for premium and super and by 50 cents for diesel, and with the high inflation the country faces, Dr. Atz said it's not going to help with the overall state of the cost of living. The economist stated there would be pain in terms of transportation, and that will feed its way into supermarket prices. Dr. Atz said she would not describe the finance minister's budget as fair, but rather as a mixed bag, and warned that this will only exacerbate some of the pressure people are already facing. KFC and Pizza Hut delivery costs have gone up by $5. This means customers will now have to pay TT $25 if they want their food delivered. Prestige Holdings Limited CEO Simon Hardy says while some customers would not be pleased with the increase, it was necessary to balance costs to the company. The price increase took effect on September 20th before the budget was read. With gas prices gone up, customers are wary that they may have to incur another increase to have their food delivered. Prestige Holdings Limited is the franchise holder for KFC, Pizza Hut, TGI Fridays, Subway and Starbucks. Finally, on the international scene, on the first day of next month, the price cap for the average annual household energy bill in the UK will rise from £1,971 to £2,500. That's an increase of 27%. The cap, frozen by the government, determines cost per unit, but bills are calculated by how much energy is used. The government announced the energy price cap would be frozen until 2024 in an effort to limit soaring energy costs. It means that bills for an average household will not rise above the £2,500 threshold. However, if you use more gas or electricity, you will pay more. To offset the increase in energy bill, every household in the UK will receive a one-off £400 fuel bill discount from next month. This will be paid directly to customers' energy accounts over 6 months in installments of £66 and £67. A first installment of £326 has already been paid to low-income households on certain benefits and tax credits. Campaigners have warned, however, that millions of people will still face fuel poverty this winter. Customers who are not able to pay their bills are being advised to contact their supplier directly and offer to come up with a payment plan. And that was the 12 o'clock news on the streets 919 FM and online Facebook and YouTube on Iwer TV. Recapping the headlines, unions vow to bring protest action like a thief in the night. New water rates expected next year. One economist warns of more hardship in TNT, and internationally energy bills to rise by 27% in the UK next month. Do enjoy your afternoon and continue to be safe.
News from the street. 919fm.com.
91.9 is counting down 91 days of Christmas. Yes, 91 days of Christmas. It's karaoke, prizes to be won, giveaways. It's the 91 days of Christmas on the street. 919 FM.
I could sing a good serenade. Oh, it's Christmas.
To me, I've waited Let your love upon you, touch upon you, show you what you mean to me. I wanna wrap you up this Christmas. I wanna show you up this Christmas. I wanna take you home with me this Christmas to meet the family this Christmas.
91.9 is counting down 91 days of Christmas. Yes, 91 days of Christmas. It's karaoke, prizes to be won, giveaways. It's the 91 days of Christmas on the street. 919 FM.
I could sing a good serenade. Oh, it's Christmas.
So I'm letting you know 91 days this Christmas, 91 days of Christmas on the street, 919 FM. Just informing you and letting you know that we will be giving away 91 gifts this Christmas. All right? So let me tell you about it. It's a brand new Christmas on the street, 919 FM, as we count down 91 days to Christmas. We will be giving away 91 prizes to 91 children. But that's not all. Keeping in Christmas spirits, we have many more surprises in store for you. So keep it locked on the street 919 FM because it's a brand new Christmas.
It's Christmas again. Children that be happy, teaching things they never see. Christmas that unite all family. Oh, it's Christmas again. Sing it to me. Oh, it's Christmas.
So if you didn't know, now you know. So you're going to be hearing on Titans of Democracy, on the Pressure Show, on the Weekend Review. You're going to be hearing it on Jason, Jason, the Live Wire show. You're going to be hearing them giving away 91 prize. So you have to listen to when the time comes when you're going to hear the bell ring. You understand? You have to stay locked, you know. You have to stay tuned. So when you hear the bell ring, that's when you're going to be here. That's when you're going to be giving away. That's when they're going to be giving away the prizes to the children. So be aware of it.
You really say Christmas is for children. It is a joy to share this day with them and the little friends. 'Cause as you know, Christmas is a love. Oh, it's Christmas again. It is a special gift from above. Oh, it's Christmas again. Christmas has put spirit in the air. Oh, it's Christmas again. To make each and everyone share. Oh, it's Christmas again. All little girls and boys playing with their brand new toys. Wow, inside me that filled with joy. Oh, it's Christmas again. Oh, sing it with me. Oh, it's Christmas again. Come on, come let me sing. Oh, it's Christmas again.
This is Caribbean Vibes.
101.9 FM, the official station that defends the nation. Real.
I want the truth.
Straight.
You can't handle the truth.
And fair.
I seek righteousness.
The official station that defends the nation. The Street 91 FM.
Sentenced God to death with falsehood and folly. They blindfold simple people for power and the profit that they get. Some would burn you at the stake, rack you and wheel you out for mere denial or even doubt. With violence and bribery they try. Is your soul they want to buy? Jesus said, come freely, all who labor and are weary. Come rest in me. Christ say, rest in me. And I say, two shall be in the field, one shall be chosen. Oh yeah, two shall be at the wheel, only one will fly. Man, every stone shall be upturned and false government shaken, while God's truth and his people are lifted high. Systems of earth. His truth stands on its own and proves its worth. Yesterday, today, forever. God's statutes changes never. No man true government is when God leads my leaders. Oh, oh yeah. True government is when God instructing the leader. He listening to the Father. Oh, oh, oh. Will hear me lament for true government from the
the only government, yeah. With heaven sent. Hey, good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. Good afternoon to those of you who are joining me on Facebook and on YouTube, and those who are listening to me on the radio. It's a pleasure to be here, sitting in this hot seat, we call it. This is a hot seat, and if you can't handle this seat, you'll get in some trouble. You'll get in some problems. Some real problems if you can't handle this hot seat here. But it's a pleasure to be here today, talking to you, facilitating your calls and your constructive conversation. So much is happening in Trinidad and Tobago. People are gathering themselves together to protest against the high gas price. People are, what again? People are making excuses for a whole lot of stuff in Trinidad and Tobago. But what can I say? It's my turn to sit here and carry you through a beautiful, constructive discourse on all that is happening. Today I want to start off my program talking about the situation at the Sandy Grande Regional Corporation. I don't know how many of you are aware of what took place yesterday. Yesterday, I believe there was a council. They had their council meeting. And remember the young lady or the lady who would have used the racist term? Apparently, she got a, what do you call it? A knock on her, a little tap on her wrist for what she had to say. Oh, no of you remember that. So, I remember I told you I'm not going to let it rest. I'm going to continue to bring it to your attention and bring it to the attention of the nation about what is going on in Sandy Grande Corporation. So I'm going to try to get on the phone line Alderman. I'm going to get the Alderman back on the line, see if I can get the Alderman to tell us what took place yesterday. I'm going to play you a video of something that I got in my mailbox about what took place yesterday. So, it's interesting. Very interesting. All right? And I'm not lost for words. No, I'm not. I'm not taken aback. No, I'm not. But it's amazing how people are willing to just allow this to, slide. So I'm going to try to get Alderman Piper on the phone line for her to give us an idea of what took place yesterday at the corporation, I believe. And I say it boldly and I continue to say it openly. Situations like this, clearly, that is why I really can't see myself supporting situations like this. Really cannot. What am I talking about? All right, so I will remind you. And while I'm reminding you, I'm going to get Alderman Piper, if I can, on the phone line for her to give us an idea of what took place yesterday at the Sandy Grande Regional Corporation. I need to touch on this today. I cannot pretend as though this didn't happen. It happened right in our country. And a lot of people may not even be aware of it. So, if you are on Facebook and on YouTube, you're going to see. If you are listening on the radio, you will hear. But I will love if you can join me. I ain't going to buffalo up like Aisha. Yesterday Aisha buffalo up on Facebook. YouTubers are always there with us. YouTube is now close to 300 persons on YouTube. Facebook is still there with 138, is it? Yeah, 138. And 2 share. 138 persons on the live and only 2 persons from 142 shared it. More, if you all share it, it will double the numbers that we have right now. So again, join me on Facebook and on YouTube, and you will see what I'm talking about. This is unacceptable. Well, I'm going to get Alderman Piper on the phone line. I'm going to try to get her on the phone line to find out what took place yesterday So, if I just give you a brief idea of what took place yesterday, I would give you an idea of what took place yesterday, and when she comes in, she will give you a much more clearer idea of what took place yesterday also. So, a motion of no confidence against Alderman Holder. Alderman Holder for using racist slurs against PNM members of council was held yesterday. All right, so it was held on Tuesday, the 27th of September 2022. The motion ended with 5 for and 5 against. 5 for and 5 against. All right, we then served the CEO notice of another motion of no confidence in the chairman of council. So, this is what took place at the Sandy Grande Regional Corporation.
And I observed when the PNM members of council didn't have the way, they decide to get on like some idiots in here. Mr. Chairman, I heard the CEO say today about all your behavior. Why when the PNM members of council conducting themselves in a disgraceful, distasteful, or kind of way, they don't come out and tell them these things. We are only standing up for what is right in here, Mr. Chairman.
Statements made last week at the Sandy Grande Regional Corporation statutory meeting now being strongly condemned by People's National Movement councillors. The heated Congress Alderman Susan Holder. Later in the recording, Corporation Chairman Arnold Jutram could be heard cautioning the alderman on her language, and this was Alderman Holder's response.
Be very cautious with the name calling.
I call nobody.
I know that
I ain't call nobody.
Yeah, so that's a safeguard, you know.
They could say what they want, I say what I want too. And if the lawsuit come, I'm taking that too. I know to do that good. I good at that. Me afraid of that.
Speaking to CNC3 News, Corporation Chairman Arnold Jutram confirmed the recording is authentic. He said that he cautioned Alderman Holder and he has distanced himself from her comments. He is making it clear that he will never support such statements.
In regards of those type of comments, be it from what side of the political divide, as an individual, I am not in support of those type of comments. I'm a proud Trinbagonian, and I stand with every creed and race, find an equal place. And those type of comments are inhumane, very insensitive, and callous.
Commenting on the issue, Alderman Susan Holder admitted to making the statement, but defended herself by saying she never called names. Alderman Holder said her comments came after PNM councillors behaved in a way she called unbecoming when she presented a proposal to the council. She said that she will have to rethink whether she will withdraw her statements.
I did not call any one of them a old. I said they conduct themselves in a type of old manner.
But people would ask the question, Alderman, that language may not be council-like. I mean, what was your views on that?
Well, Otto, people may say that, but that is a term being used when you conduct yourself in such a classless manner.
But after the interview, Alderman Holder wanted to retract her statements to CNC3 News. PNM councillors are now calling for Alderman Susan Holder to be removed.
I could imagine how the other Creole people in that meeting felt when she used that, because you could hear some other people clapping and laughing. That is not nice. Ms. Bissessa and the UNC do something now about Susan Holder's behavior.
Valencia West Councillor Simon Gill said when the words were said, Chairman Jutram did nothing, as we hear in the recording.
What is that problem? How do you put a law to finish Mr. Chairman with a racial slur?
But who could use more racial slur than all you?
I did caution the alderman. I did question the other man about the language being used.
Oh, move, Satan, move.
Right? I did.
When it was brought to his attention that members were questioning what was said and we had issues with the statements what was said, we asked the chairman to be held to hold it to account. And his response was, I cautioned her. I cautioned her is not a valid answer or response to that racially charged and disgracefully motivated statement that was made.
The PNM councillors intend to file motions against the chairman and alderman in the next statutory meeting. Otto Carrington, CNC3 News.
Guide, the leader bound to slip and slide. So you know when all is said and done, they got to know the Holy One to lead my generation.
All right, Trinidad and Tobago. So I have on the phone line with me this afternoon Alderman Piper. Hello, good afternoon.
Pastor Google.
Hi, good afternoon. How are you?
Oh, it has been a week so far.
So tell us, what, because I gave a brief report to the nation on what would have taken place, took place at the Sandy Granny Regional Corporation on Tuesday. But you being an alderman who sat were you there at the statutory meeting?
Of course I was there, most present.
Most present. Tell us, what took place at that meeting on Tuesday?
Well, let me first say good afternoon again to you and to all the listeners.
Good afternoon.
On Tuesday, we had our special statutory meeting in where we had to debate the motion of no confidence against Alderman Susan Holder due to the comments that she would have made, that everyone is aware of.
Yes.
So, firstly, the members of the UNC, they were adamant that she would have been able to speak and to also vote on the motion against her.
What?
Yes, despite there being regulations where it is that couldn't happen. And so, initially, they were upset with their chairman because they said, you are allowing a vote to happen against one of your UNC members of council.
Also, so even though she would have made those statements, the UNC councillors were still supporting her.
Full support.
Wow. Wow.
Full support.
Wow.
So, we got into the business of the motion, and how a motion is done, it is similar to Parliament. So, there is a mover of the motion, and that was Councillor Simone Gill. So, she would have put forward the case of why we have no confidence in Alderman Susan Holder. While she was trying to state her case, she was interrupted probably a total of 25 times. And they stood up, not on any standing order, but they were standing up to just disrupt the proceedings, despite us pleading to the chairman, 28(1)G, no relevance. They are disrupting the proceedings. Chairman, let us have our say. Right? The chairman, he would just, you all calm down. He would beg for the two sides to calm down, and then he would still allow them to proceed. So, the standing orders are very clear with respect to disruptions during a motion, during any meeting. And the chairman, he would have basically refused to comply with the standing orders because he would have allowed them to continue. And that was the situation. We began at approximately 9:30, and we didn't vote until sometime 4:30. The UNC members of council, in their contributions, they had no relevance with respect. They were speaking about their personal interactions with the alderman, how she's not a racist, And, we try to keep it to the point saying, listen, we are dealing with the situation that took place. And as an alderman, we know at council we will get emotional.
Right.
But you get emotional for your burgesses. I say, however, the alderman came on an attack
yes.
against the PNM members of council. And they tried to look for excuses because there was a meeting, a committee meeting, which is private, that they tried to bring into it, where we members of PNM would have taken Alderman Susan Holder to task at a finance meeting with decisions that were being made. So she was upset due to us speaking about and, putting her, putting questions to her about decisions that she was being made. So apparently, because we put questions to her about decisions that was being made that would affect the burgesses, she decided now to come to the statutory meeting to make a personal attack. During her contribution, she would have offered something of an apology.
Right.
And we did not accept it because this happened since the August 30th.
Wow.
There was no sign of apology. There was no remorse with respect to what was being done or what was being said or how members of council felt.
Wow. So when
right?
when Ms. Khadija Amin or when the UNC Mr. or Dr. Munilal and they were saying that the shadow minister, which would be Ms. Khadija Amin, would look into the matter and she would give a response. She has never given a response about this.
Pastor Google, I very much doubt that any investigation was done. As a matter of fact, I believe they were just trying to put this under the rug. The members, UNC members of council were most obviously ill-prepared with respect to, the stuff that they were doing.
Right.
And, because I say we have standing orders that we follow. You just can't stand up and make outbursts or shout. You must stand on a standing order. As I said, it's like Parliament. You cannot do things like that. And it was really distasteful. It was really, it was a toxic atmosphere. And it was all encouraged by chairman of council.
Right.
Hence the reason why, at the end of the sitting, we, the PNM members, would have then served Chairman Dritaram with a motion for no confidence against him
right.
as chairman of the South Grand Regional Corporation.
Right, right. Wow. Wow. So where do you all go from here now? Because clearly she's not going to step down. Clearly the UNC is supporting her statements because they're not asking her to step down. So where do you all go from here now? Are you all making the Burgesses aware that, hey, this is how they think of us, this is how they feel about us when we ask questions or when we oppose things in your best interest? This is how they deem us and they call us and they look at us?
Well, Pastor Google, that is what we have been trying to do, and we are grateful for persons like you and other persons in the media who we want you all to keep this situation in the limelight. Keep this situation out there so persons can know, so that we will force the UNC to do what is right. Because we are making this seem as though it's very hard. It is very simple to remove Alderman Holder, It is very simple for her to be removed. And, the UNC could recall another person who was nominated as an alderman, and they can take her place. This is a very, very simple matter. We are not leaving it like that. We are not leaving it like this at all, at all, at all. And then, we are in a council where the chairman, he would have spoken at length about how disappointed he was in her statements, and he doesn't agree with her statements and all kinds of, and then you come and you do not take a stand. As has been the situation, not only in the last meeting, but many meetings beforehand. Right? The Sandy Grande Regional Corporation, under this current UNC Council, has fallen into disrepute. Currently, 3 members of the UNC, three UNC members of council were served with 3 action protocol letters by a member of staff.
Yes.
Because of their behavior, because of the things that they say, and no matter how much time you talk to them and you say, listen, remember, we do not have parliamentary privilege. So right now, they were served actually on the same date as on Tuesday, they were served pre-action protocol letters.
Wow. You see, those are things that
It is not just it is just not a PNM thing, you know. People would think of this as this politics and UNC PNM making politics. We are speaking about these UNC members of council who are not fit to serve the Burgesses of Sandy Grande.
Wow.
They are not fit.
This is very interesting. This is very, very interesting. So they believe that they could talk to people how they want. They could refer to you with racist slurs and nasty comments as how they want, because they believe that the people are so upset with the PNM that you don't have a choice but to take all this insult and all this these racist statements.
You hit the nail on the head, Pastor Google. We have had situations in council where it is, we want to approve, certain funding to do things to assist the Burgesses. And the UNC members of council would delay and make all kinds of excuses. And they do that on purpose just so that the Burgesses will be upset with the government of the day. Because they see it, they love to go out and say, no funding, we're not getting any funding. While funding is really an issue in all corporations and in all government agencies, there are ways and means for us to do things that assist our Burgesses.
Wow.
And sometimes we have minimum funding, and they would make Pastor Google, I could write a book after this term here at council. Right?
Wow.
This is my second term at council, and the way that the UNC members of councilors behave, and the fact of the matter is, Councillor Chucharam and also the vice chairman of council, Kevin Phillip, those two councillors, they were there at last term. So I'm really trying to find out why it is they are exhibiting this kind of behavior, right? We were under the venerable councillor, Martin Terry Rondon, who, as you know, would have just received the Hummingbird Medal of Gold for his community service.
Yes.
And we would have served under him, and we never had this problem.
And
because his mantra is good for one, good for all.
Yes. He has always said that.
But
He said after the election, there's no UNC, no PNM for him. Everybody is Sandy Grande, Toko Manzanilla Corporation, and they out to serve every single Burgess.
That is how we operate. That is how we operate. I can tell you there are UNC members of council who are no longer there, who, if I call and say, listen, I need some support, I need to organize 50 lunches, and they will organize that for me, Pastor Google. Right? Because at the end of the day, we serve the Burgesses. But these members of council we have here, we are not so fortunate. Sandy Grande is not so fortunate this time. We are trying, and, apparently, it probably needs new leadership. I'm not too sure.
Yes.
So, and, we don't know how it will turn out because the UNC members, they are 6 members who are very much disrespectful to Chairman Chutram.
Right. Oh, okay. So if they're disrespectful to him, or if they're disrespectful to their own chairman, you really feel there would be anything different to you all?
Right, and I'm not talking off the top of my head. All our meetings are minuted, they are recorded, and anyone could listen to some of the meetings and hear the way they speak to the chairman. They have walked off on the chairman numerous times in meetings.
Wow.
Numerous times when it is you see things are approved for Sandy Grande, it is because the members of the PNM Council are voting with the chairman.
Wow. That's what this nation want? That is what this nation want. People in Sandy Grande who listening, Toko, Sandy Grande, Manzanilla, that is what you all want? Wow. Alderman Piper, I want to thank you very much. I need to get you in the studio one of these days, eh?
Not a problem.
I need you to come and let us know what's going on in Toko, Sandy Grande, what you all were able to achieve, what are some of the things that you all have done, what are some of the things you all are willing to do, because people need to know. All right? So I will chat with you to get you to come in and let us know what's happening. It'd be great to have you with your member of parliament.
Okay. All right, then.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right, then. Bye-bye.
Only one will fly. Man, every stone shall be upturned and false government shaken. While God's truth and his people are lifted high, so high. The Father never needed religion or systems of earth. His truth stands on its own and proves its worth. Yesterday, today, forever. God's statutes changes never. No man true government is when God leads my leaders. Oh, oh yeah. True government is when God instructing the leader. Be listening to the Father. Oh, oh, oh. Will hear me lament for true government from the president to the parliament, transforming the government. Yeah, affecting the vagrant on the pavement. We want a leader that is heaven sent. Oh, oh, oh. Mathematician.
So you all heard for yourself what's happening at the Toko Sandy Grande, well, the Sandy Grande Regional Corporation. I don't know what to say. I don't know. And these are the people that calling you out to protest. People who called you by the N-word. People who have disrespected you. And those are the people who are calling you out. Come and protest with us. And we just taking that hook, line, and sinker. Hook, line, and sinker. But I have a video I want to show you before I go for a break. I need to show you this video. And this video is for, you see, I sit here and I make a statement every time I sit here. I would say, I would love to have or to see pastors, elders, archbishop, what do they call it? Apostolic fathers, bishops, reverends, whoever, a council of people making statements on issues like what I just talked about there with Alderman Piper, making statements on it and putting proper order to this country. I love to see that. But you know, in certain religious organizations, but before I reach to the certain religious organizations, you know, there are people who would say pastors shouldn't be talking nothing about politics. When I stand up in front of my congregation, I don't say nothing about PNM and UNC. I go there to talk about God, Christ, Emmanuel, Yahweh. I go to talk about him. I don't stand up in front of the church and tell them nothing about politics. But I have a video I want to show you of a certain gentleman sitting talking to his people about current affairs. And I want you to listen to the misinformation he given to his people. Let me to do that. Oh Lord, you wouldn't hear the end of it. But don't worry. I am going to show you the video. When I come back from the break, I'll play the video. And when I don't play the video, I want to play you and I have one other video I want to show you. And then I get into other discussions today. But here now, I'm being real little, yeah? See that Sandy Grande situation? It is a sad one, eh? I don't know about anybody. I don't know how you all feel about it. But you see that situation in Sandy Grande? If you all don't open your eyes and see it for what it is, I'm sorry, you know. Going for a break.
Bills to pay. And so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
Here at Lend Capital Certificates, we provide opportunities for your money to make money. We all know saving is important, but saving alone won't get you to your financial goals. And let's face it, the bank doesn't have your best interest in mind. So this is your wake-up call. Do you have $1 million saved? Then contact us today. Spotsar Limited. Call 324-LENN. That's 324-LENN.
Every Friday,
It's all about Fire Mood Soca Fridays with MC Duke and Selector Kochi from 6 straight to 9 p.m. blazing all the latest and past soca hits. So remember, make it a line, make it a day, rock and come in, you know. It's all about Fire Mood Soca Fridays on the Street 919 FM. You don't know.
Shalom. The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commanding General Yohana will be on the street 91.9 FM every Monday from 7:05 p.m. to 8 p.m. bringing you the truth according to the Bible. The ISUPK is a non-profit faith-based community organization that will respond to the plagues that's affecting blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We also have programs such as education, both adult and youth, food distribution, rehabilitation, both drug and alcohol, mentoring, counseling, and spiritual support. Remember, tune in every Monday on 91.9 FM, 7:05 p.m. Shalom.
Ever wanted to do your banking without going to the bank? Well, First Citizens makes it easy. Getting salary alerts with mobile alerts is as easy as reading a text. Paying bills with telebanking is as easy as making a phone call. Transferring funds with the mobile app is as easy as posting a selfie. And paying credit cards via online banking is as easy as streaming a movie.
First Citizens Easy Banking makes your everyday banking so much easier. Visit firstcitizensgroup.com for more information. First Citizens, we put you first.
91.9 is counting down 91 days of Christmas. Yes, 91 days of Christmas. It's karaoke, prizes to be won, giveaways. It's the 91 days of Christmas on the street. 919 FM.
I could sing a good serenade. Oh, it's Christmas again.
If you're experiencing pain, constipation, headaches, poor blood circulation, high or low blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, swollen or darkened feet, come visit us at Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle offer a wide range of services. Come and experience our new 3D analyzer, which allows you to have a look inside your body. We also provide live blood analysis, iridology, ionic foot detox with foot soak and foot massage, aquatherapy, full body massage, and organic supplements on sale such as Nano Silver, Nano Zinc, Body Light, cold pressed sesame oil, and more. Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at number 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. For more information, call 275-8359 or 288-1108.
Join Nicole Huggins for Health and Wealth Lifestyle Tuesday morning from 11:05 to 12 noon. Right here on the street, 919 FM.
Hi, Trinidad and Tobago. This is yours truly, Pastor Charles, streaming live from Port of Spain, Trinidad, Marvel Road, 91.9. Our services start from, 12 midnight to 5 a.m. in the morning from the first, the second, and last Wednesday of the month. We are going to have a T-I-M-E time in the presence of God. We will be praying, praise God, for our nation. We'll be praying for families. We'll be praying for those that are sick and those that are in need. Tune in to the best station, 91.9 FM Street Live, Port of Spain, Maribel.
This is Wayne Delamore, Head Consultant and Director of Natural Health Solution. With over 15 years of experience in clinical nutrition and microscopy, we specialize in early detection and prevention. We incorporate evidence-based nutrition and science-driven analysis. Tune in to our educational program every Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. right here on the street, 91.9 FM. For appointments, call 222-2189 or 304-5816. At Natural Health Solutions, we offer a natural solution to healthy living.
Good, that boat I'm looking like it real bad.
Are you ready for that boat experience again? The Sea Champion and the Embassy say, book with us. for that unforgettable boat ride experience. Sea Champion leaving from Kings Wharf, San Fernando, and the Embassy leaving from Breakfast Shed, Port of Spain, or Westside Trinidad. For more information, call 399-5959, 281-4723, or email us at coralvisiontt@gmail.com. Book now and reserve your cruise.
Hey, that boat, I look like it was wet.
This is Bishop Aaron Williams from the Divine Problem Solving International Ministries, inviting you to be part of our broadcast on any given Thursday night from 12 midnight right on to 5 a.m. on Friday morning. And this broadcast is called Early Morning Gospel Market Program. Then we have on Tuesday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. the Holy Ghost Gospel Pharmacy. If you are sick and ailing, you could get from this particular pharmacy, from the pharmacist, the good things of life. Hallelujah. And any Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, break into the host of the Philistines. Hallelujah. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, hearing the babel of false doctrines that you encounter daily, it's about time you get close to God, God's word, direct from his throne room, in the name of Jesus.
God has good plans for his people. Why do you worry so much?
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's radio. Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on.
You are invited to join Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at number 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco in Sangre Grande, for the Old Time Gospel Hour Family Radio Ministry every Sunday from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m., to the Children's Hour Worship Ministry of the Word and the Family Forum every Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., The Law and You, and every Friday evening from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. All Night Prayer Live, designed with you in mind. This program deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective. You will also be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, He hath showed thee, O man, what is good, and what doeth the Lord require of thee, but to do justly and to love mercy and walk humbly with thy God. Your financial support through the First Citizens Bank will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222. For further information, call 753-1113 or email us at church668hope@gmail.com.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
We hang our heads in shame. We ask who to blame. All this morass of moral decay. Leadership gone through. The police in a stew. And the talking heads will have a field day. But tell me, what are our social values? And tell me, how do we judge success? By a man's car, his clothes and his shoes. Man, that is how we measure progress. I see they building skyscraper, things of stone and steel, hoarding stacks of blue paper, things that men can steal, but no one takes the time, no time to build character. No, we're taking time, no time building character, and that is we long for. Oh yeah. soon to plagues of locusts and disease. They were crumbling into dust, yet we building skyscrapers, walls of steel and stone, and now the talk is computer.
Hello? Right. Okay. I wanted to know what happened there. Let me say good afternoon to Miss Patricia Kelly. Good afternoon, Miss Patricia Kelly. A loyal listener to the Street 919 FM. And it's a pleasure to have, loyal people. It's good to have loyal people, And let me say thank you and good afternoon also to Home Style, Miss Carol and Miss Ann. Keep your head up, stay strong, be strong. And who again I'm missing? Who again I'm supposed to say hello to? And always locked onto the Street 919 FM. And us both me when I don't say hello to them. I can't remember right now. Forgive me. But there's somebody I was supposed to say hello to and I can't remember. It's a business place actually. I just can't remember right now. But to all the business places that are locked onto the street, thank you all very, very much. So I ask you all to join me back at 1 o'clock to look at a video. I want you to listen. Jump on the live. Come on the live and listen to this. Right? You need to listen to this. If you don't listen to this, then I don't know. But you have to listen to this one. You see this? You need to come on the live. This one is very interesting. And that's why I don't take on nobody, This is how far I go. Some people will go. So look at this, listen to this, and then I'm going to come back and have one more video I want to show you today. And then we get into open up the phone lines and get to hear your voice right here on the Street 919 FM. Listen to this.
How does a distressed face look? I want to tell you how a distressed face will look. You wouldn't see it today, but you'll see it from tomorrow. And all the other days from tomorrow, when you have to go to the gas pump. But you know what our minister said? Nobody riot yet. And if you are not affected by that and you want to sit down and smile, well then fine. I am not going to sit down and smile. Maybe I might be the only person who think that religion and scripture doesn't teach us to be foolish, but teaches us to stand up and fight for that which is right and that which will affect us. We live in a world among people who can't even afford to feed themselves. Maybe I'm the only person affected in Trinidad and Tobago. Maybe I am. When that man spoke today, my brain started to sweat. And he's comparing Trinidad to the other countries in a national budget, to other countries and what their price of gas is. Their living standard is not ours. Their suffering is not ours. Their problems are not ours. They don't have people going to Pennywise and killing security guards to grab a bag of money. Because you know why? They have good governance. Narayan. I have a little connection problem. And tonight the connection is a little bit because I'm affected. Long ago in every village there was the bull cart. You all remember? So you better start buying some donkey and mining it home. You'll have to import some. Because the ones we have, they sit in high positions here. We wouldn't be able to afford them. Did I just say that? Oops.
You all heard that? You all heard that? I just asking if you all heard that. I don't know. Some people, they don't think anything wrong with this. I just asking again, you all heard that? You all feel any way about it? But when I come to talk politics, when I come to share my views, when I say how I feel about something, they just say, Pastor, hush him out. As a pastor, you shouldn't be talking no politics. And as a pastor, you should be just reading your Bible and praying and hush. But I want to play something else for you. Let me tell you something. People, Dr. Rowley has it's Dr. Rowley who made me aware about something called right-thinking citizens. You know that? It's the doc. And if anybody close to the doc, tell him I say good afternoon. It's Dr. Rowley who made me aware about something called right-thinking citizens. What I'm talking about, I want you to listen to this young lady. Youth in the house, listen to this young lady, and you tell me what you think about this young lady. About how she see what is happening compared to where just here. Listen to this.
I may not be an economist, but I do read the news. So listen to me today, where we go around the world for news in a minute, just to put some light on what's happening in Trinidad and Tobago. We start with Canada. Canada currently is facing a downturn of growth and a stymieing in unemployment. At the beginning of the pandemic, inflation was stalling. Meanwhile, wages to maintain jobs were growing. Right now, the purchasing power of an average worker is behind where it was in 2019. For those looking to prepare themselves financially, the rules for maintaining high inflation are also true for a potential recession. So Canada has in the teeter-tottering before entering recession in early 2023. British economy is taking a drubbing, meaning that there's a complete economic crisis happening in Britain right now. There's a living crisis, a cost of living crisis, an energy crisis, and an employment crisis. Britain's economy needs to become a lot more productive. But first, it has to get through the winter. It's going on here about what is going on in the cost of living crisis. If you want to read this article, it's in theeconomist.com. Let's head to South Africa. South Africa has an energy crisis. The power cuts are rolling. Sometimes you're without energy for over 8 hours, 12 hours for the day. Joined to that, they have not been productive since 2009. That's why there are all these cuts happening in South Africa right now. Canadians can't afford places to live. Americans can't afford places to live. The British economy is collapsing. And you all are saying that the government of Trinidad and Tobago is wicked and evil for helping our economy move along with things like increasing the income tax wage gap. So now that less people will be paying income tax, you're saying that the government removing subsidies is hurting you. We understand it's hurting your pocket. But in other countries around the world, this has been going on for a longer time. In all of these developed countries, everyone says they want to go too. This is a worldwide thing. Worldwide. This is not just Trinidad and Tobago or poor management or inefficiency on any government's behalf. Any government would have had to make these choices. Any government would have had to done this. Do this. Do this. You're making me quarrel. Because at the end of the day, we are paying for what is happening around us. The entire world is in crisis. The shipping industry has been in crisis. The pandemic threw everyone off of their thrones, and now everybody's in the mud. If you don't know how to scrap in the dirt, you're not going to survive.
So you all heard that, right? I want to hear that. Trinidad and Tobago. Something is wrong with us, you know. I'm telling you. I want to play something for all you again. So I'm going to play something else to you guys, right? So then after that, I'll open up the phone lines. But I want you all to be smart. I want you all to listen. Listen. Right? Take a listen to this. Take a listen to this. Okay?
Have you been paying attention to these major signs that's been going on in the economy? The British pound just fell to its lowest level against the dollar since 1985. The euro is at a 20-year low. The U.S. had 2 negative GDP quarters. By definition, it's a recession. China is facing a banking and real estate crisis. Russia and Ukraine are still at war, and there's no signs of that slowing down. Pope Francis, the Pope, moved all of the church's financial and liquid assets to the Vatican Bank from any other bank. Not to mention food shortages all over the world, product shortages, and a global supply chain issue. These are all signs of a global financial market crisis. In other words, a global recession. But now that you know all of these signs, how do we put ourselves in a position in order to capitalize in a recession? Here are some ways to prepare for this crisis. 1. Make sure you have enough cash reserves. Ideally, you want to have at least 6 months of business and living expenses set aside. 2. Cut down on any unnecessary expenses that you don't get much out of. Cancel those subscriptions that you never use or any other unnecessary expense. 3. Minimize those high interest debts. Pay down those credit cards, and you want to build your credit score up in order for you to have more buying power. 4. If you can get access to more money now, do it. Whether it's finding another job, some form of side hustle or passive income, do it. After you've put yourself in the best position possible for this crisis, here's how to capitalize during a global recession. I had to break this video down into 2 parts in order to fit all the information. Make sure you follow to see part 2, and don't forget to tap into our Discord to learn more about investing.
I hope you all listen to that. I hope you all listen to that. But let me play something for you now. Well, you want to laugh? Listen to this. So I send this, Senator group, and while in the group, I got a voice note. I want you to listen to this voice note.
Trick them doing how to do with us. We have crude with what 1.4 million people. We have freaking ammonia.
Or ammonia we have. Not ammonia, ammonia.
A triple amount, and nobody mentioning about ammonia.
Ammonia.
And thing was boasting about ammonia last year in 2020. How it's for the benefit of the citizens of the country, which we don't get no benefit of shit.
All right.
So what do I have to do with we? What them other countries facing? We had to face what we going through here.
Right? So that is how the man on the ground, they say, thinking. You see how he just spoke there? They said to me that is how the man on the ground feeling. Ammonia, we are ammonia. And what I'm going through in the other parts of the world have nothing to do with we. Because we are ammonia. It's ammonia, eh? Don't feel I don't know what it is. It's ammonia. But he's saying ammonia. Right? That has nothing to do with we. What I'm going through other parts of the world have nothing to do with we. Then I played for you a pundit and how he is speaking to his people about what's happening in Trinidad and Tobago and how he feel about it. And we Trinidad and Tobago. And you sitting and they're trying to get you now to come out and protest. And everybody jumping on the bandwagon. I see Abu Bakar's son and all doing a live, Orlando Octave doing a live, all the social media activists who does have who is comedian. We don't know if it's they are comedians or if 1 minute they are serious for country. We don't know. But all of them trying to get your attention to come out in the road and protest. And in Sandy Grande, the woman calling us by the N-word, and we, all of us, sitting down and letting her continue be an older man in the Sandy Grande Corporation, and we must say nothing about it. But then a Hindu pundit could tell his people.
You wouldn't see it today, but you'll see it from tomorrow. And all the other days from tomorrow, when you have to go to the gas pump. But you know what our minister said? Nobody riot yet. And if you're not affected by that and you want to sit down and smile, well then fine. I am not going to sit down and smile. Maybe I might be the only person who think that religion and scripture doesn't teach us to be foolish, but teaches us to stand up and fight for that which is right and that which will affect us. We live in a world among people who can't even afford to feed themselves. Maybe I'm the only person affected in Trinidad and Tobago. Maybe I am. When that man spoke today, my brain started to sweat. And he's comparing Trinidad to the other countries in a national budget, to other countries and what their price of gas is. Their living standard is not ours. Their suffering is not ours. Their problems are not ours. They don't have people going to Pennywise and killing security guards to grab a bag of money. Because you know why? They have good governance. Now, Ryan, I have a little connection problem. And tonight the connection is a little bit because I'm affected. Long ago in every village there was the bull cart. You all remember? So you better start buying some donkey and mining it home. You'll have to import some. Because the ones we have, they sit in high positions here. We wouldn't be able to afford them. Did I just say that? Oops.
And they laugh. They laugh. Yeah, they laugh. They laugh. But is that any different to what we heard yesterday? What I heard yesterday? This is what I heard yesterday.
Good afternoon, Aisha. I am of the view that Kamla Prasad Bisesa has realized that the most vulnerable people are going to be the Africans at the lower end because they do not have the family support, the community support, or even the political support. Although they very strongly support a political party, the party does support them. That's why they're in the mess they're in. And she thinks that they're going to be vulnerable, and here's an opportunity to seize their vote, seize their support, seize their sympathy in some way, and make inroads. But I know these people better than Kamla. They would rather not have food, not be able to send their children to school, not have electricity, not have internet, not have a whole set of things, but they're sticking with the PNM. So my advice to Kamla is, leave these people. You are wasting their time and yours. You're wasting Aisha time and mine too. Thank you. Bye.
You hear what they think about us? You hear what they think about us? Ah, boy. I'm going to the phone lines. 342-0081. 342-0081. 771-1791. 466-5391. And you know what? They're asking you to come and meet them out on Friday to protest. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, Pastor Gog.
Good afternoon.
Are you hearing me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Well, Pastor Google, you know, we really had to put you above most. You know why? You will be able to let us know and expose these people and them, like Penal and them. You imagine a man saying that we don't have to study what's going on outside because we are being isolated. It's nobody like Pennywise. Well, I want to tell them, we have been living in the world, not Trinidad alone. We're not isolated from the rest of the world. And we have been seeing what's going on, especially in the great United States of America, where people have been putting people under the train. People have been going in places, robbing them, and worse than Pennywise. And all you can't fool me, because you heard Penal. You heard Penal. That is a simple example of how they look at us. But it's a sensible one like us. And Google Sense again. You are showing them that we know simply that is because of the PNM government. This is why they're behaving in that matter. They have no problem whatsoever with the opposition, with the secretary in the corporation, condemning, lying, no apology. And these people really believe all of we voters. And Mr. Man, Let me tell you about we in Trinidad and Tobago. We're not so foolish as all you think. Mr. Pinal, I finished you up already. Lose false profit. So we know whenever you come up, we know exactly where you're saying. And Google, don't stop playing it. Let them people and them who believe that we dotage, they know what's going on. I want to tell them this and remind them of this. We're not living on the moon and the rest of the world away from us. We are part of the world. And Google, this is a thing that has been getting away with it. You see that what they're getting away with? I thank you for your progression every single day to expose the lies and the hypocrisy. We have an opposition leader. Whenever she walks in, she's being assisted somewhere or the other. I am so happy to see that in Trinidad and Tobago, we haven't reached the stage of what and when the UNC was there. Not for 5 years, but for 5 years, 3 months, and 14 days. What that went for? Peter Estate, money disappeared and gone. Remember that? We can't forget that at all. And I want to end with this. We stop wearing Wranglers now. Google, we going back to Lee. All of a sudden, we wearing Lee pants. You know? So, we have to understand that Marlene McDonald, the government of Trinidad and Tobago now arrested Marlene McDonald. I wearing a Lee Wrangler. I was arrested by this government. The police have nothing to do with it, you know. And I hear Mulilal telling people prices going up in Trinidad and Tobago and prices all over the world going down. Mulilal, I wonder if you're really right. I know a place they call EMBD. Probably that worrying you a bit now. I don't know. Google, thank you very much for helping me out with this contribution today, and I challenge them, all of them. Tell them challenge me with my facts. I have plenty, you know. I know there are people that come and say about all what they're doing and all that. I want none of them could sue me for what I say, because it's factual. Just like when you brought up there, with God Sinclair coming in to say that he covered an event for independence, and up to now, can you jam in? Where we saw dollars fiddling around very much in a certain place they call Tanapuna Corporation. Some years ago. No answer how that got there. No apology. Thank you very much. Google, giving me this opportunity today. All your challenge me. All your talk about people and all that. All you come in my way, you know. Because I could blast all you off. All you.
All right.
And I ain't afraid all you at all.
All
because
right.
my strength is my back. Thank you very much.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Gogo. Long time. How are you going?
I'm all right.
Pastor Gogo, you know, I can't vex with Pinal, you know. You see, Pinal is just regurgitating what he hears. And when you have people that would just be on the Saturday afternoon show saying
Don't refer to that now. I just stick with this discussion that we having. I do appreciate them having people talking about me on their show. So I can't appreciate now having you talking about them on my show.
Okay, well, let's forget about them. But when Pinal hear other people speaking how black people suffering, even we had a beauty contestant talking about black people sleeping on the ground, and they don't know where they will get their next meal, and they cannot even afford sanitary napkins. When you have people saying that about black people continually, including black people, don't vex with Pinal when they come out with that. Because some of these people just be bad begging. And I remember in the beginning with the COVID, when they was giving out hampers, Miss Felix exposed certain people who went in different locations on the same day and collected hampers, which was very unfair for those who didn't get any at all. And this is the problem. So it's not really that people that bad off or no. but a lot of people is make bad choices. Now, we have this issue where some people just tell incorrect information. And a lot of people don't go and verify. And I've said this already. When we verify, don't just go to our papers, go on the internet. And you can verify and proof all the information, and you will know whether it is incorrect or if it is factual. We hear, as the gentleman now mentioned, that food prices around the world dropping, but Trinidad own going up. Two things about that. I heard the opposition leader send a subliminal under-the-table message to raise prices, as well as to cause some form of unpleasant activity, stir up activity amongst the citizenry. And I heard similar sentiments echoed by the union leaders of this country, inciting people to do what is wrong. I only hope black people don't, this time, get fooled that they are the ones going and doing the dying while other people getting all the benefits. And we continue to have that. Same time, as always have to mention, Mr. Laladar Singh said, we will use the end because they're rowdy and stupid. When are we going to get smart and calm?
All right.
Have a nice day, Pastor.
Good afternoon.
That situation at the corporation is a perfect example of how the UNC operates. And if the picnic-head people in this country continue to show and prove that they lack common sense and understanding, we will never ever fix the problems we're facing in our society and the loss of generation after generation. Because a vote of no confidence was called. It was allowed to be heard. Members voted. The chairman who hosted it, who happens to be a UNC, stating he disagreed with the comments made by his colleague. And yet still, when come time to vote a motion against it, instead of saying, hey, I am agreeing, we're going against this, what did he do? He abstained. He didn't say yes, he didn't say no. Because he wanted to try to show that, hey, I will tell you, because he talking, he don't agree with it or no. But yet you don't want to vote in favor of the actions taken against the statement made. These people will not go against their own. It was stated by the political leader now, as well as the political leader of the party. People just can't remember things. It's party before politics. Told the party line or go away. When the political leader UNC say, look, the take one are we own. These people are not for country. They are for party. They are for financiers and financing the pockets. Picnic head people, all you learn. All you learn. This has nothing to do being against PNM by them. They are against PNM because it's perceived as an African party, so they don't like the African party. All you understand that now, all you would continue to be stupid all your life, boy. Seriously? And all you want betterment? Betterment could only come when you open your mind to what's going on in the world and change your attitude and way of thinking. Otherwise, you would stay the same way for years and years to come.
All right, let's take some more calls. 3420081. 3420081. 771-1791-4665-391. So you can call and share your views. Let me know what is your thoughts on what you have heard so far. Boy, oh boy.
People have to learn to learn. No, Pastor Google.
That is why we were described as a whole country, as a whole country, because of the behavior of some. That's why we want to be like third world country. We're not prepared to make little sacrifices and things to get there. That's why we were called that. People understand that we are part of a global community, it will be better for us. And a lot of people like they're not understanding that. One asked me yesterday, well, what happened in the rest of the world? What I had to do with we? I mean, I was like, look, African people have to learn to love themselves. And anytime they start to love themselves, these kind of nonsense would not be able to happen. But they're seeing those that they could say and do whatever because we are divided, so they're using it.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, Pastor. Good afternoon. How are you doing? This is sharing your caller here. This thing with the peanut is nothing new. I have never forgotten how discouraging he was towards Leroy Clark when he died. He doesn't even know the man from Adam. And he made these asinine comments on his passing, and I was so upset. Pastor, what it is that these people, they are born here, right? They grew up here, they were educated here. What it is that they really want for Trinidad and Tobago is that they don't want any black people here at all. That they feel that the country is going to run better if every black person just died. That's not going to happen because we have to understand that there's something called shame in the Indian community. When things happen, they cover it up, right? Unless it comes to the surface. And I remember I had a neighbor, and he used to look carry me. And they had this big, the normal bacchanal for land and whatever. And one of his sons telling him how much trucks you see from carrying and thing. And Uncle boy, you mustn't talk. They must got nothing to talk. I mean, you should see this big trucks just rolling like this before Facebook and all of that, And they have the big houses and the big cars, and I always watch them and shake my head because I know how they got what they got. They don't have to go and put a gun to anybody's head because that is what crime is about. But when you talk about the white-collar crime, if they really put a hand on it, there will be a shift in the demographics that was in prison now. And we have to understand that as black people, it's sad that we are all Trinidadians. But I have to move differently as a black person. I don't buy doubles anymore from anybody. I don't buy from anybody outside because I don't know what they're putting in my food. I don't go to any doctors because I don't know what they're doing to me, what they're prescribing to me as a human being. And they cannot see us. As a peanut said, we don't have anything. Pastor Google, I work 2 jobs. My husband worked 2 jobs. And we saved. And we built a house that is valued, I could show anybody valuation, for $1.7 million. Yeah? Our children are all educated. We didn't rely on the state for handouts. The government didn't give me nothing. I'm grateful for the education that was provided to myself. Right? And if it wasn't for GATE, we could have afforded to send our children to university because we planned. And there are lots like me out there, black people like me, working hard every day. And it upsets me as a citizen of this blessed country to hear when these people come and talk as if they're not part of here. But you are Trinidadians. You can't go outside there and say, well, you're white. You're not white. You want to know racism? You go outside and you experience it. I always hear you talk about it in England. You go out and you experience that. And they'll spit in your face and call you party and you can't do nothing about it. That's what they want here to be. How much of them are involved in crime and nobody says anything? How many drugs are coming in? Who are the people bringing in the drugs here? It's coming by sea. Who are the fishermen out there that don't go and fish for fish? But they will never say that. Look at the people that was involved in the Pennywise incident. The mother came out and said he was misled. How? You could tell me your son was misled. He got out of a car like a boss with the gun in his hand and shot 3 people. 2 died. 1 fighting for her life. You want a boy but friends? Or the other black friends that he had, they're the ones who misled him? No. No, because crime exists in the East Indian community. Lots of it. Abuse exists in the East Indian community, but they hide it. Look at the teacher downtown who chopped his wife to death and then killed himself under stress from the mother-in-law. And they say, here, and you see these things, and they're fighting for this and they're fighting for that. I know, and just like Tina says that he knows about me. I know about them as well. I grew up amongst them, Pastor Google. I know what they give. And they're only your friend when they can get something from you. So I'm not just pulling things out of the air. And I wish Trinidad and Tobago, my blessed country, all the best. Thank you, Pastor Google. Have a blessed afternoon.
Okay. Just need to...
Things of stone and
the views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
The people to support you. So you want to be leader, you said you want to be whatever it is, prime minister. It don't work so. You have to support your party. You say you support country before party. Well, go to hell. Go to hell. Well, go to hell. Go to hell. The people to support you. So you want to be leader, you said you want to be whatever it is, prime minister. It don't work so. You have to support your party. You say you support country before party. Well, go to hell. Go to hell. Well, go to hell. Go to...
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Good afternoon.
So all the callers and listeners on 91.9 Constructive Talk. Pastor Google, I guess now that you're being solidified because the persons who were calling and abusing you and saying what kind of pastor that you are, to be talking about politics. Now we see it appears to be a pundit in a mandir with the devotees, and his conversation wasn't about just scripture or the Bhagavad Gita. He went into politics there. So I wait to see if Shiv Vijay Maharaj, the Acting General Secretary of the Mahasabha, will have anything to say about that. But I just want to touch on history very quickly, why they may not. Because history would show that where some Indians, the intellectual ones used to spread their propaganda, was in the same mandirs and the temples, where they used to give out pamphlets, they used to spread propaganda against people of African descent. And to these, they said, it's not me, so the illiterate Indians who were there. So they have always used religion and used that type of forum to spread the hate and the division between the both races and the major races. So I'm not surprised to see that, and I'm not surprised to see that there will not be or may not be any outcry. In fact, people support it and say, yes, what he's saying is true. But when you talk, you are the one that is want to drag down, and some of we own just call and drag it down and say what kind of pastor is. And so the people were saying that what's happening outside there does not affect us here. That have nothing to do with us. What was COVID-19? Didn't it affect us, and it affect the whole world? When our import bill for food is so high, where are we getting it from? It's not from the outside world that we have to purchase it from and bring it here. When Dr. Rowley go out there and he's speaking to all the oil giants from them, isn't it because what they do will affect us here? And I can go on and on. So you see the excuses that people want to make because they want to remain in a comfort zone. Since 2016, I heard Ms. Davy play something. Dr. Rowley has been warning Trinidad and Tobago to look at how things are going, look at the trends, and buckle up and change your way, your behavior, your spending and everything. Because apparently, since 2014, there were indications that things may come in this way. And they didn't even have COVID-19 then, and they didn't have all what going on in the world then. You remember Jahawala, the one, whatever he named, came out and told the incoming government in 2015, it only have money for 3 days in the treasury. They remember those things, and this government has been able to steer this country steady, even through a global pandemic, where all of us were getting our salaries every month and all other things. I'm not saying it is perfect. It could never be perfect. The most perfect man was Jesus Christ, and we see what they do with that. So the point I'm making, all the rhetoric and the noise we hear out there is people are very disingenuous, and they oppose to everything, and you have to ask yourself why. Because under the UNC, I will leave with this, we got nothing for them having the highest oil price. They had the largest cabinet, the biggest budgets ever, and they had the majority of votes in the Senate or wherever there was votes in the Parliament to pass any laws to protect the citizens here. What they did do, you know what they leave us with? A bill that every month that this government and the citizens of this country, taxpayers' money, have to pay a contractor every month millions of dollars, and if 1 month they don't pay, he could claim all the money, which will be billions of dollars. That is what Kamala and them do, remove some clause from some contract. So when I see Dr. Rowley and this government, I am saying I stand in with them. They're better than the rest, because show me who to take over right now. Nobody. And if they want to say I'm a sycophant and I'm a fanatic, of course I am, because I'm a sycophant and a fanatic for the right thing, because I'm a right-thinking citizen. Thank you, Pastor Google.
This country at its core, yet we building skyscraper. Things of stone.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, Papa G. Yeah, man, what's up? And to your listeners and to your viewers. Sorry about the feedback. You know, 2 quick points, Papa G. Gas prices were not raised. The subsidies were removed. Now, any right-thinking person will understand what that means. But if you don't like Rowley, and you don't like the PNM, and PNM have to go, and Rowley have to go, you're going to believe now, which is not the truth, that gas prices raised. The subsidy was removed. Gas prices was raised in other countries because their gas and their oil not subsidized. So that is one thing. And, you know, it has blown me away how people kind of with the narrative. It's very kind of dotish talk here, you know. People, I saw on the block the other day, them brothers and them, they asked me what I think about the budget. I say, we have it nice. One of the brothers on the block tell me, youth men and them, he say, we have it nice, but like we the only ones that don't know. Everybody else know, and he laughing. They's on the block are talking about it. Don't get there, Papa G boy. They understand what's going on, boy, all of them. Everybody from the lowest to the highest. And I just say what Mr. Pundit say. Papa G, let me explain something to you. I just study esoteric knowledge, law, L-O-R-E, not L-A-W. I study them things since I was small. And one thing I learned about Trinidad and Tobago, the Hindu people in Trinidad and Tobago, they absolutely, especially in the mainstream, they do not represent in any way what that philosophy and doctrine is all about, partner. They don't. They absolutely don't. You see all that talk where they're chaining up people head with? They will pay a personal spirit price for what they just be doing to their people with the knowledge that they have. I ain't asking you, know, Papa G. I'm telling you, they just lead people astray under the guise of Hinduism and under the guise of the doctrines. And them pundits and them, they don't know, they don't even know how they're damaging their own self by giving people wrong information out there. So, Papa G, you mustn't, I don't take them on in terms of, but that is how they just rail up the people. And any individual that wants to be sheep and follow these people, you know, sad be the portion. Thank you, Papa G, for allowing me this contribution. All
right, thank you very much for calling. Let me see. Somebody. This person keep trying, boy. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm all right. How are you?
Yes, good. Thank you very much for taking my call. First of all, I want to support Mr. Jenny on the comment about the interconnected world. You know? Because we fail to realize that is how we are kept alive. When Dr. Rowley got the 1.6 million vaccines, what do you think that was for? Where do you think that came from? Did we manufacture the vaccines in Trinidad? How do you think many of us are alive today? It's the vaccines. And we continue to get vaccines. We get so many things. When you look around your house, you see the number of things because of the interconnected world. We live because we are interconnected. That's how we live as a family. We are interconnected. So the world is interconnected. So I want to thank Sister Jenny for that. And those people who say, well, that's happening in Trinidad. We're not by ourselves. We are connected to the world. And that is how we live and breathe. We are connected, and that is how we live. I want to compliment you for sticking on the issue with respect to what's happening in Sangre Grande Corporation. I have a very special interest there because I taught there for a certain part of my life. And the Deuterams and the Cinnamons, I know them well. You know, and I'm saying here that what you saw there in Sangre Grande, and I've seen it again, is something you have to pay attention to. Because in building your family at home, you build your family on values and character. Not so fast, Google.
Yes, sir.
With your children, you build them your values. You tell your son, listen, this is a value you have to have. This is your character. How could you have a political party that is demonstrating a lack of values, patriotism, and character, and consider putting that political party to govern you? Now, what is happening in Sangre Grande Corporation is a lack of values, you know, because they don't see anything about that. That is why it's nothing, but that is not a one-off situation. Remember I told you all what happened to Amit Maraj? He is a councillor in Kumutu Tamana. What happened to him? He was charged by the Anti-Corruption Bureau for demanding $15,000 from a contractor. You know, he has to report to the Sangre Grande police station every Wednesday between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. And you let he council representing people. You understand that, Pastor Google?
Yes.
He, because he has to show that he's in the country, he cannot leave because he's on bail. Every Wednesday between the hours of 6 a.m. and 6 p.m., this counselor has to go to the Sangre Grande Corporation and say, here, look me here, I ain't going away. You understand? And we haven't forgotten that, you know. Let me remind you what happened to a present member of parliament called Arnold Ram. I'm going to read the report for you. So I'm trying to connect with you to understand.